In today's video, we are going to be testing this simple indicator in a specific way to see if it is profitable or not. Now, the strategy itself is simple and can be easy to follow by a beginner. And I'm going to be sharing with you these settings. So let's get started. On the left hand side, we have got the daily chart, and we want to do a split screen on TradingView. So you select number 2. Once we've got the daily chart on the left, we want to have the hourly chart. Part of this strategy, you use the daily time frame in confluence with the 1 hour time frame as an entry. And the indicator is one that's readily available on TradingView indicator. It's called the WaveTrend cross. This is what it is. And very simply, you just want to select these styles as seen on screen here. The inputs are exactly the same, nothing to do with the inputs, just the style. And then you just copy it over to the 1 hour. Once you have that set, you have got some lines coming across. You've got the thick black line, which is the 0 line, as you can see at the bottom here. And all we are waiting for is price to go not just below the 0 line, but we want it to go below level 1 of the overbought or the oversold. And the level 1 overbought oversold is either going to be your purple or your blue over here. So once price goes underneath this, or as it touches, this is where we will be interested. But if price just hovers in between the 0 line, we're not interested. So we ignore anything in this vicinity. Anything that goes beyond this vicinity, we are interested. So as usual, we're going to be doing an example just before we get onto the back test to see whether this is profitable or not. If the wave trend is in the overbought section, which it is on the extreme of the level 2, you can see you got level 1, you got level 2 right there. I'm just going to be putting a line across like this. So you can see we've got a red dot. That is telling me that the market is looking to turn bearish for the short term. And then what I'm looking to do is I am looking for a long position and see if there is any form of long positions that we can actually take. So you can see that I have got an example over here, and what we are looking for very simply is we are looking for the sell alongside this red dot here. So if we get a red dot on the daily time frame, in this case I've chosen gold to be our example, then we are looking for a red dot on the hourly time frame. So you can see that we did get a red dot here, and that could have been a trade right there that may well have played out very nicely for a 3-to-1 or a 2-to-1. You can see that right there, this one here. Where we will ignore a red dot is if it was in between the 0, close to the 0 vicinity, we would ignore that. And we do not take any red lines at the bottom of the oversold area. So if anything is oversold, meaning cheap, then we ignore reds, we only look for greens. If we are in the overbought area, we only look for reds because that's where it's expensive. We want to sell the market. In this case, that could have been a nice trade to taken, but for the example, I have chosen this one here just because it's a lot more cleaner. And you can see that when the red dot was given, it was given here, and by the time a nice clean red dot came, it was about there. So how do you enter this trade, and where do you place a stop loss? Very simply, I am looking for the direction of a red candle. I don't want to be entering in a green candle because we could potentially get another green and continue up. So let's wait for a red candle. and in this case we have got a red candle. I will enter that trade there for a short position, and then stop loss can go above the structural high. So the last high, you can place it just above there. And let's go for this low down here, which is an easy 2.58%. Now you can have a stick rule of 2%, or you can have a 2.5. So for the purpose of the video, let's keep it at 2.5%. So that means if we risk $100, we're looking to make 250 back. Let's see what happens. So far, price is going sideways, and I am keeping track of the daily time frame just so I don't get a green dot appearing. If that appears, I want to exit that trade, but nothing so far. I'm ignoring all the noise in between, and you can see that price had almost come to our TP. Our stop loss, and now hopefully we head towards our TP. We did get a lot of sideways movement, yep, and it went to our TP. There you go. So that is an example, and this is how the strategy works. Now that you have got a gist of that, let's clear all this and let's do a back test. Let's go back to, say, October, and let's do a Tuesday, the October last year, and let's see what happened. Okay, right from the bat, we have got a red dot. Okay, now that we have got a red dot, we are looking for another red dot that we could have actually played right here. You can see we could have played that red dot very nicely there. However, now that price is in this area, you can see all the red dots that are appearing on below that zero line. I'm not interested. So let's ignore it until we get a red dot towards the top. And you can see that price is heading towards the level 2 of the extreme oversold area. Okay. And as of now, let's take the trade and see what happens. There you go. Yep, let's take that trade and let's see what happens. And we get 2.5. 2.5 is about there. And let's see. Okay, so you can see that one played out. Now, what I've also just realized that this is the similar to the first trade that we took. So let's just completely randomize that. Funny how I clicked the exact same place. What year is this? Let's see. 2023. Okay, not bad. So as of now, we have got a green dot that's played out right there. Okay, there's a green dot there. And all we're looking for is a green dot from the extreme of the low. So let's see what happens. Okay, we have got ourselves a green dot. Let me just go back a bit. I went too fast. There's our green dot. Okay, brilliant. And we are going to enter that trade. Stop loss below that low there. And we're just going to go for a 2.5% move. There you go. So it looks something like this. Let's see what happens. Either we get stopped out or it plays out. So far it has gone into profit by 1.33R. So that's quite positive. Now whether it continues or stops us out is another question. Nope. Okay, brilliant. So you can see straight away that was a win of 2.5R. So that if we risked $1,000, that gave us back $2,500, or if we risked $100, that gave us back $250. So that's a win. Brilliant. Now we wait for the next trade. We do not look for another long position because we do not know how long this daily trend is going to be continuing. So the important rule here, according to the strategy, is once you get a dot, you only play one trade in that direction and wait for the next dot to play out. So at the moment, you can see that we are in the extreme area of the overbought area. So let's continue. You can see. And we will have a look at how long it takes for the next dot to appear. Okay, so the next dot has appeared. We won that trade back in 15th of March 23, and the next trade, it was 27th of March. So give or take just less than 2 weeks we had to wait, but you're waiting for high probability setups. So now that price is on the short side here, we are looking for price to come back into the level 1 or the level 2 extreme side. Okay, now that it's there, I will be interested. Okay, now that it is there, I would be interested. Let's take that short position. Stop loss just above there. And we're aiming for a 225. Let's see what happens. Okay, so that TP hit again. Brilliant. So just over the 2 trades that we have done, we have now got 2 trades that have produced 5R return. So we've got 5% that we've had back from the account. And that can translate to $500 or $5,000 depending on what position size that you go in. Now that we've completed that trade, we will wait for the next dot to play out. Let's see if we have anything else playing in favor. So far we've got a green dot there, you can see, but we are not taking that green dot. We will ignore that green dot because it is on the extreme oversold area, so it's in the premium area. We will only take green dots from this area. Okay, all this we ignore, we don't care about that. And this is where, if you go away and back test this on another asset class, let's say you want to test it on platinum, Bitcoin, Australian dollar, Euro dollar, you could go and test out. And if this system works with this strategy, then you can always have something else ready whilst your main asset class, which is this that you're trading on, is getting ready. So if this one is not quite ready, you move on to the next one and see if there's anything going on, but you must make sure you back test it. So far it is looking quite good in terms of the back test results. Okay, you can see that we have got a red dot right there, and we are now just waiting for a red dot off the hourly chart. Okay, so now that we have got a red dot just there, can you see that? We would have taken that trade, even though it's gone a bit too quickly. We would have taken that trade and we would have gone for again the same as 2.5R right there, but most likely may get stopped out. Okay, so that one got stopped out, no problem. Okay, so we gave back 1R and we're getting ready for the next trade to play out. So far at the moment we're still short. You can see the dot is still short. Can we take another trade? Because the short is still intact. Okay, yep, that short's still intact. Let's give that a go. Short it, and then we're going to go for a 2.5 again. Okay, so that was an interesting one. We were more or less almost there. So 1.87R before price just struck up and took us out. Most likely some kind of news event of some sort. So let's move on to the next one. That was not too bad. It's unfortunate. Many of us probably going to be looking at that and thinking, oh gosh, if only that news event didn't happen, we could have won that, recovered that, and put the account back in profit. Which overall it is still in profit. We've only lost 2R. We're up 5. We lost 2, so we're still up 3 for the trading session. So let's see if we can find another one. At the moment, I'm not interested in any trades because it's gone green. Okay, so we have got a green there, and we got a red. So, but we need price to come back up so we get a better price to sell. Not interested. Okay, that we would not have been interested. You can see the dot was not above level 1, so it must be above for us to take that trade. So we're going to take that trade. Okay, so now that price is above here, we would take that trade. There, let's see, stop loss just above this high, and we're going to go for 2.5 again. Let's see what happens. And we won that trade. Brilliant. So that those two losses are recovered, and we're up 0.5. So we're back to our 5 plus the 0.5, so we're up 5.5 at the moment. So overall, this system, so long as you follow the rules which I've explained in the video of the daily time frame and the 1 hour time frame, this is a decent strategy to backtest and implement, and it is looking profitable. You can't argue with the stats. The stats were completely random. I didn't go out and cherry pick a particular day. I used a random bar. The initial part of the video, I picked a date, but then quickly found out that that was the date that I used as an example. So then we went to random, and you can see we've won. How many trades so far? We have won 1, 1, 2. That's 5R. Lost 1, 2. That's 2R loss minus 2, which is 3R. So we're still up 3,000 or 300, and then we won that one. So we're back to where we were supposed to be in profit, and we could finish off the month up by either $5,500 or $550, depending on your account size. Some of you guys have got even bigger accounts, so that could be worth $55,000. So overall, this wave trend is one that does produce the results, does show positivity. I wouldn't mix and match any time frame. This is a time frame that has shown to be profitable. If you want to go out and test out other time frames, then feel free to do so. But upon only testing, that's when we will get our confidence on this, and then we would look to live trade with it. If you found this video helpful and you'd like the strategy, then give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And if you're not already subscribed, then please do subscribe, as there's more strategy videos to come. I'm going to uncover the ones that actually work. I'm going to expose the ones that don't. So you, the viewer that is listening to this, don't have to go through the heartache of losing your money without truly tested systems out there. Take care, and I'll catch you on the next video.